Okay, so the NBA Finals in 2018 are over. The Cavaliers were indeed swept by the Warriors. I actually thought it was going to happen. I wish I had put out a video or even a tweet predicting it because I knew that that was going to happen. But basically, after game one was close. You know, J.R. Smith obviously fucking it up at the end of regulation. Although George Hill was the one who missed the free throw, which is a good point you could bring up. But, you know, J.R. Smith obviously dribbling outwards when he could have laid it in right when he picked up the rebound. Game 3, actually, surprisingly, that was the last game that I've seen full game in a long time. I think prior to that game, the last full game that I had seen was Game 7 of the finals in, I think it was 2016. Yeah, 2016 finals. So it was an interesting game, to say the least. I didn't watch 4. I only saw highlights of 1. So 1, you know, they got really close, ended up failing. A lot of controversies going on there. Game 2, blowout. Game 3, close again, unable to clutch it out. The problem is in the Game 3, I think if it were virtually any other team, I mean, if you had just taken KD out of the equation, the Cavaliers would have won. But when you have such a deep team that has so many superstars, when you have Clay, Curry, and KD all on the same team to where 2 of your top 3 can completely shit the bed. I think Steph Curry was 2 for 10 or 2 for 12 or something like that on threes, which is complete, you know, just atrocious. You know, it's atrocious after he broke the record. I was watching that game, and the game was really interesting to watch. I'm glad that I watched Game 3 and not 2 or 4, because those are just super boring, right? Super boring. So, anyways, with that said, what I wanted to talk about is where's LeBron James going to go? Because he's going to leave. He can't win in Cleveland, and his career is coming to an end in, you know, however many years. You know, I don't think he's really got more than 5 to 7 years max left in his career, so he's going to leave. One thing I wanted to say to preface this is, you know, the idea that just because he lost, we're talking about where he's going to go now is kind of crazy, and it's kind of sad that we're in that state of the NBA right now, but I guess it is what it is. But it is increasingly likely, I think, that he's probably going to go to Philadelphia, to the 76ers. One thing, it's either 76ers or the Rockets, I'm thinking. It's one of those two. But you have to factor in whether or not you want to go through the West. Because, you know, if LeBron James was in the West all of his career, he would not have made that many finals at all. In fact, he wouldn't have made any of them, right? Because he won that 1-3-1 game series, but I don't think he would have won that in a Western Conference Finals. I don't think that would have happened. And so, and this year, I mean, they might have met even before the conference finals because of how shitty the Cavaliers were. So I think he's going to have to factor in that, hey, I've been in the East my entire career, and that's why I've made so many finals. I don't think he's going to go to the West. So I don't think he's going to go to the Rockets. I don't think he's going to go there. I don't know how the cap space situation is over in Houston either, but I have a feeling that he's not going to go over there. But the Rockets don't need LeBron James. That's the thing. They don't need LeBron. They're fine without him. But what we're looking at here is I'm thinking he's going to probably end up going to Philadelphia. Where do I want him to go? Here's an interesting take that you may or might not like. It's sort of a joking take almost, but not really. I want him to go to the Warriors. Now, why do I say I want him to go to the Warriors? Because I'm tired of the Cavaliers-Warriors. You know, there's 4 straight championships. When everyone talks about the modern golden age of the Celtics versus the Lakers, they only win 2 back-to-back. They only went against each other twice back-to-back. Now, if you go way back, you know, there's a ton of them, but I'm not talking about that time. I'm talking about recently. Back in, you know, the 09, 10 years. They only face each other back-to-back twice. So you're talking about double that now, and you're just going on. It's so boring. It's made me lose my interest. The lack of competition in the NBA. I mean, remember, the Raptors were the 1 seed. They've never been swept by the Cavaliers in the playoffs, but the year that the Cavaliers play the worst, they get swept. So the Raptors obviously are not real opposition. They can't lose, clearly. The Celtics, I mean, they barely were able to beat them. But, you know, it's shitty, okay? And so I want him to go to the Warriors because the NBA needs to do something and there needs to be more of an uproar. And so I think that will be the final straw. And so I really do hope that he goes to the Warriors somehow, some way. Because not only will it taint his career forever, it will taint his career forever, trust me. But on top of that, it will finally cause that final straw to break, where the NBA has to intervene. Adam Silver will have to do something, because he's claiming that he's not bothered right now, but that will have to have him bothered, I promise you. And so we need to see something happen. Let's see what happens. Let me know where you guys think LeBron James is going to go.